Hi, if you're watching this video, you probably clicked on the Sleep Survey tab of my website. This page is going to contain this video, which is going to go over the results I've found from my survey so far. And also, right here is going to be the survey. If you could take that, I would really appreciate it. Once I get to 100 participants, I'm going to reanalyze my results and make a new video describing what I've found. So first off, I would like to go over what I found so far. So this is a 6-question survey. I believe it's 6 questions. Yes, 6-question survey. First 2 just asking your gender and age, and then the last 4 are going to be related to how you sleep at night and what kind of things you consume during the day. So the first question was, are you a female or male? And out of the 31 participants I've had take the survey so far, 23 of them are female and 8 of them are male. I go to an all-women's school, so it doesn't surprise me that I've had 23 female, but I would like to get a more even range. The next question I asked was, what is your age? So of my participants, the age range was between 18 and 29. Right now I'd like to focus on that age group because most of students in college right now are between that age range, and as part of my research I was trying to find out how sleep affects your performance in school and how it affects your success in academics. So out of my 31 participants, 24 were between ages 18 and 20, and 7 were between ages 21 and 29. And the next question I asked was, how many hours a night do you sleep on average? I gave them the option to choose between 0 and 2 hours, 2 and 4 hours, 4 and 6 hours, 6 and 8 hours, and 8 and 10 hours. I had 2 participants say that they got between 2 and 4 hours of sleep, which is hard for me to believe because I can barely function on 6 hours of sleep. I've had 13 answer they get between 4 and 6 hours of sleep, which I think is pretty usual for the average college student, especially if you spend your night studying like I do. And I had 15 of my participants say they get between 6 and 8 hours of sleep, and 1 participant saying they got between 8 and 10 hours of sleep. And so far it looks like more than half, a little bit more than half, get a good amount of sleep. It's believed that on average you want to get between 6 and 8 hours of sleep, more towards 8 hours of sleep to have a fully rested feeling in the morning. So then the next question I asked was, how tired are you on a daily basis? And of the 31 responses, the most common answer I got was either a 6 or 7, so moderately tired. I did get a few 10s and a 1 and a 2, so some people are on the opposite ends of the spectrum, but most people were in the middle. Then the next question I asked is, how stressed are you on a daily basis on a scale from 1 to 10? And the majority of my participants responded with a 7 or 8. So stress is something that affects a lot of people between the ages of 18 and 29. And it seemed like the students or the people who responded with a higher tired rating also put in a higher stress rating. So it seems like there's a relationship between how tired you are and how stressed you are. And then the last question I asked was, how much caffeine do you consume? So I gave the options to choose every day, every other day, once a week, once a month, or none. I chose this question because it is proven that caffeine is a stimulant, so it keeps you awake. And it also has a half-life of about 7 hours, 4 to 7 hours actually. So if you consume it at night, it could definitely keep you awake. So of my participants, 8 said they consume caffeine every day. 14 said they consume caffeine every other day. 5 said they consume caffeine once a day. 1 said they consume caffeine once a month. And 3 said they don't consume caffeine. So it seems like the majority of people either consume caffeine every day or every other day, which is why I think I had such a high number of people who were stressed and tired, because caffeine keeps you awake so you don't get full rest. So far, after the results I've received, I've gotten the impression that students like to drink caffeinated drinks, which help them stay up to study, and then they can't get good enough sleep, so they feel stressed out. I'd like to get a larger age range to see if this is the same pattern that happens in ages 17 or younger or above 30. So if you could take my survey, I would really appreciate it, and I will update you on my results.